Is that within the last couple of years, there's been a great deal of teachers hired, but a larger percentage of those teachers that have been hired are under 3 years experience in the school district of Philadelphia. And we've also found that within that same time period, the amount of teachers that were over 3 years experience in our inner city schools had decreased by that. We're asking that the school district equalize the experience levels of teachers in the inner city schools as well as the surrounding schools. We ask that the school district budget the funding by actual payments of teacher salaries instead of by average payments. We ask that the school district provide support for all of these new teachers in which they are sending to our inner city schools, so that will reduce the turnover ratio in which we have on the teachers that are in our inner city schools. We ask that the additional funds that are discovered, because we are confident that there will be additional funds discovered compared from the inner city schools and the outer city schools, the low poverty schools and the high poverty schools, that those funds can be used to support the new teachers, the interns in which they bring in, and help them develop a better professional development, and that will allow them to possibly stay and reduce the turnover rate and allow the teachers to gain the experience needed to be able to handle the hard-to-staff schools. We have a graph that shows some of the schools in which we're working in. The purple on this graph, the larger part, the left-hand bar on this graph, shows the percentage of highly qualified teachers and teachers of 3 or more years experience last year. And the next year, the pink, or the bar that's on the right-hand side, shows the change that happened within 1 year. In some of our schools, the change almost doubled. It went from 90% and went down to 50% of teachers. So half of the teachers that are remaining in those schools are less than 3 years experience. And we feel as though that the rate of experience of the teacher affects the ability of the students to progressively learn. And that is one of the big reasons why a lot of the schools that are in the inner city are not making AYP and not achieving